Roll back through our 3 to the 3 across the middle there, jumping towards the woods. My name's Trap O'Neill. I'm the owner of TKO Sport Horses, where we're at today. It's here in Magnolia, Texas. We're an equestrian business here. We train horses, we train riders, and we also have a buying and selling business. So our operation here, we have 26 stalls. We're a little bit overflowing right now. We've got about 34 horses that we're caring for. So we have some horses at a facility down the road. The majority are here. And the horses in this barn are either owned by myself and my wife or customers and friends that we have that come out here every day. So I'm riding, this is Dollar Cash. He's a 13-year-old horse that I've had a long history with. This horse has taught me a lot. I found him in Germany about 6 years ago. I've had a lot of success with him in the latter years, and he's just got a lot of promise. So I started riding, I was born in southern New Mexico, and southern New Mexico is kind of a farming, ranching community, so I was always around a lot of livestock and horses. And my mom also grew up riding and fox hunting in Pennsylvania on the East Coast, so I'd say I grew up with it in my blood, and being around horses a lot, I've just always had a love for it. I fell off of my first horse when I was 8 months old, so I guess technically that's about the start of my riding career, and I'm 41 now, so give or take 40 years. You know, growing up riding, I loved it. I didn't know it was going to be a profession until I had gotten out of the military, and I was about 21 years old then. And my time in the service, I think, is what led me to believe that, you know, I wanted to spend my life doing what I loved and making every day important. When I was 22 years old, I had suffered a bad accident with a tractor, a piece of equipment that put me in the hospital for a little bit, and I had some nerve damage. So I think coming back from that physically was a big part of my life. You know, I've always been really active, and losing that mobility for about 8 months was hard for me, but I also was something I was able to conquer and get beyond, and so I take a lot of pride in that, but it was definitely a struggle at the time. When we're here at the farm, obviously the horses need stalls clean, they need turnout, exercise, training. That's our common job while we're here at home, and lessons. The funnest part is being able to travel. We get to go to some really exotic places. We go to Europe, sometimes South America, Canada, and this sport is worldwide. And that, to me personally, is what feeds my fire, and that I really love, is the fact that we are able to go and compete in so many different places. What I love about this sport, again, you know, I always talk about this, but you know, every horse is a different puzzle, so it's always changing. This job never gets boring. I started this sport when I was a little late in years. I've been riding a long time, but not in the sense and not as structured as a sport has become nowadays. So I feel that I'm a little bit behind for the amount of time that I've been riding, and I've always felt that way. And that motivates me to think that my best years are the years ahead of me, and that keeps me going every day. I try and keep my clients happy. Every customer has different goals and different motivations, so I try and learn from them and see what puts a smile on their face, because if they've got a smile on their face at the end of the day, then I probably do too. And everybody's different. You know, it could be a young rider that just wants to have a good day jumping small jumps, or it can be one of my most advanced riders that wants to win a Grand Prix competition. And so I like to break it down, just like the horses, into each individual, and see what it is, and find a way to help them achieve their goals. I would say what I take the most pride in what I do for a living is two parts. what I'm able to accomplish personally and what my students and horses that I've helped have accomplished. For myself, I really enjoy my Grand Prix victories. To me, I like to put myself into an arena with my peers and compete with them. And being able to compete and win classes in Spruce Meadows, in North America, and competing south of the border in Mexico and winning some young horse classes there, in combination with some Grand Prix victories here in the United States, is huge for me.